Yeah.
They
Shock. Where everybody.
Huh?
Remember?
Well, I'm worried about
Oh, I understand.
over here, those guys are idiots, they'll do anything to.
We're recording now.
You're recording.
Oops.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah. The owl is.
Force of the
Okay, shall we start rock and roll with this thing? Let's see, we all.
Sure.
Rise to the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody, to our monthly board meeting, business meeting. We'll call the meeting to order. First order of business. Our clerk will take roll.
Mears, Dykstra,
Here.
Cargill,
Here.
Spearing,
Yes, here.
Belinda,
Here.
Iting, here.
Item number one, minutes of last month's board meeting. What is your pleasure?
You good? I'll make a motion to accept.
Or.
Moved and supported, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passed, all right. Will the board please check the agenda and,
I have a couple of additions.
all right,
We have a snowplow bid to talk about and also a, resolution for, local control. We'll just say local control for now.
all right. You want them added under new business?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
4 and 5.
all right. Any other additions or changes to the agenda? Then I'd ask for a motion to accept the agenda.
So moved.
All support, moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, all right, let's start then. We have our handy dandy owl operating here. The rules are before, there's a couple of lines on the floor. When you are coming up, please address the board. Those of you that have something to say. Anybody?
Well,
This lady is the first.
you're going up. I'm here to try to get something done about Don Staples. If any of you have been by there, you know that it is horrendous. There's garbage and trash and high chairs and whatever out there. And this is our road to Silver Lake. And I don't think that people coming up there should have to look at all of his trash. I mean, the house is falling apart since Connie left. And like I said, it's something that you wouldn't want anybody to see that, you know, would really like to see what we have, like our dunes, which are, and this is the road they have to go down to see. So we're wondering if there's anything we can do to clean this mess up.
Yeah.
Last month you asked if there was any complaints about Silverback and their noise after 11 o'clock, and the reason we don't complain about the extended midnight time is because you guys don't listen. We have brought up the number 47 ordinances several times, and the last time we brought up the noise ordinance to a board member, we were told we have always done it. I see on these last minutes for last month that you probably approved them. We did have to call the sheriff's department non-emergency this last weekend. And then we go to number 2, Silverback Off-Road Motorsport Park Plan Unit Development does not comply with the AR zoning or even your PUD rule. By a board member told us private property and they can do whatever they want to. Another employee of the township admitted it's commercial. I do have to say Silverback, or whatever your interpretation of a PUD is, it's coming along. The street lights are good, but roads need improvement. The adult playground is dusty and it's really looking like a neat trailer park. Check out the state of Michigan's definition of a planned unit or urban development, or the one in Shelby that is coming up. In the township's master plan, we do not see in the AR zoning of the west end of West Deer Road, does it show commercial district. I do want to congratulate you on doing a good job there. P.S. When a concern about the PUD for Silverback was brought up, one of those who said yes on the PUD wondered if it was sandy there. When things are to be voted on, or any board, all board members should visit the area or check out what they are voting on. It is like sandy at Silverback. The excavating business, which you say is an in-home business, could be renamed as a business with a home in it. No occupancy required. The park and sell is turning into a mechanic shop, used car lot, and a junkyard. And that lady says her problem, but they're gonna say you can't do nothing about it. To the concerns to the gentleman and the woman at last month's meeting with their concerns, I'm surprised a board member didn't ask them if they thought about moving. Like when that was brought up to me, when I went to talk to them about my concerns, maybe they should have asked the gentleman if he would buy a smaller vehicle. About the ATVs and golf carts on the road, they should be allowed. What is the difference between a moped or a bicycle? It's just 2 more tires. In the township's words, things are changing. Again, maybe there should be the question about moving again if you don't like it. I want to thank you and I'll excuse myself. I'll just, because this is what we feel like. I'm gonna go down and visit your volunteer, Miss Helen Wade. And you can, no, next. Chad, if you want a helicopter platform, come with me.
And it's back.
I have discussed the roads and not getting trimmed. You want to read my shirt once? I think that's exactly what they must be telling you because there ain't nothing happened yet. Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, thank you. Rachel, we'll move on to correspondence, please.
Basically, I just have this folder of ORVs. And I
Okay.
can send them to the board and I'm gonna send them to the board.
I've got some that came in today,
Oh, okay.
from the Little Sabo Lighthouse. It's the lighthouse's 150th anniversary in 2024. So they're gonna have a celebration. And they want to make improvements and they want help. So, and also, I don't know if you all remember last year when we did our, audit. The auditor at the time,
Made a mistake.
yes, put some wrong checks in the wrong boxes. Well, this year, they got our qualifying statement and it's good, and we're golden, and if we wanna borrow money, we can borrow money. So they're happy. We also got an action alert from the Michigan Townships Association concerning, the aggressive timeline will be acted on quickly. Your voice is critical to help MTA in the fight for local authority over important local issues and decisions. The legislature moves the permitting of utility scale renewable energy facilities from the local level to the Michigan Public Service Commission, a rate setting regulatory state agency with no experience in land use or planning and zoning. The total elimination of local siting and permitting, the more egregious provisions included in a previous draft of the bill include no analysis of capability with existing local government land use, no cap on the amount of property, extremely limited provisions on what must be included in a site plan, no provisions ensuring inspection, compliance, or enforcement with the site plan or the permit, a decommissioning plan that conducts salvage value and requires a phase in over 10 years with only 25% of the financial assurance in the initial years. No local approval for fire protection or emergency response plan, no requirement for local host agreement to cover costs that may be incurred by the host community, such as infrastructure, roads, and public safety. No local government optionality, only for the developer or the utility. It nullifies local adopted zoning ordinances, including the ability for the voters referendum on the issue. And it creates a one-size-fits-all regulation. So what they're saying is that the solar and wind can come in and put their stuff wherever they want to if the state's going to take over sightings and compliance issues, and we would have no say whatsoever, and it would nullify our zoning ordinances that we have. So call your state senators, call your representatives, tell them we need to keep local control. That's my soapbox.
All right. You want to continue then with the bills?
Oh, sure. Buried in the time. Okay. We have in the bank, local bank, we have $5,039.22 in capital fund. 29,631.73 in the general fund. We have road fund has $250.67. The Silver Lake Construction Fund has $4.94. The tax fund has $25,236.24. We just dispersed over $500,000, so that's why that's so low. And TNA has $766.01, like it always has. And the Michigan class and our investment funds. The general fund has $327,667.33. The road fund has $364,249.02. Capital fund has $147,693.92. The Silver Lake Trail had $2,038.77. I had to take $150 out because I had to make the interest payment. And so it has $188.77 actually. Cemetery has $54,330.05, and our ARPA fund account has $129,329.13. And we earned $4,637.59 in interest this month.
Very good.
Which is really nice.
So Connie, out of the ARPA is the door, is out of
The
there?
door and
Ground?
the playground, yep.
Okay. So we have, we're gonna take the roof out of there, which
Mhm.
they're gonna do the cleaning tomorrow,
Okay,
and then probably in November, we're roughing above the gym. And
Okay.
then what else we're gonna do with our well?
the well,
Well,
what we
yeah.
talked about, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that will clean it right out.
yeah, probably will.
Okay.
Okay. And you should all have a, list of the checks. Art Hardware, that was the balance of the door. And I have them coming, they're supposed to give us a bid on the door that's in the assessor's office going outside. It's really rusty and you can see daylight
You can
under
see
it.
daylight
Yeah,
under it,
it's not
yeah.
very good at all, so. I told him just whenever he was in the area to stop in and give us a bid on it, so. I don't want to be too surprised.
All right. Have a motion on.
I'll make a motion to pay bill.
Support. Supported. Rachel, roll call, please.
Dykstra,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Ikeem, yes, Cargill,
Yes,
Barry.
Yes. All right. Thank you. No sheriff here, zoning,
no, don't.
Robert's here,
Gone.
good heavens, parks.
They're gonna blow out the sprinklers in the Silver Lake Park
Good for them.
next week, I think they said, when Rob gets back from. Rob went up to Harbor Springs with Brenda went up to the treasurer's retreat. So,
And we got the, Jake and I were just talking about the survey for the parks. And we gotta have a meeting on that and review those results.
Hmm.
So we can finalize the 5-year plan.
Next, we had a brand new visit with our fire truck here for our Mears parade.
oh, they had the new one?
They had the new
I
one.
was up at my retreat, so I missed that. I missed that.
Well, Jake, you gotta.
I don't know if they wrote the check yet, but
But we got it, huh?
we did get a real good deal on that. Because the truck was one that had been in a minor accident, and then the fire department that owned it decided they didn't want that truck anymore, they wanted a bigger, better one. So the manufacturer, the supplier, took the thing and stripped it down, the frame, and started over again and built it just the way we wanted it built. And then they sold it to us for $450,000 instead of $725,000. And they also give us 35,000 trade-in from our old truck. So we got a real good deal.
Yeah.
We heard anything about when the well will go in?
I haven't been around.
Raymer was up the other day. Talked with Dwight and did some work on my well, 2 of them. I think they sent the bill to me instead of the township.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, as soon as they gotta get with, over in
Over in.
the power company to
Yeah.
get rid of the
Wolverine.
Wolverine, thank you. As soon as they cut and shred those trees, and Dwight's gonna stump it and clean it up.
Are we sure we're gonna be able to put a big enough building in there? Because when we talked about having a fire department there before. Didn't they say that we wouldn't be able to fit a building in there because of all the overhead wires and the.
This is just a building for the controls and 1 truck. You gotta talk with him and the chief and the other chief. Gary was here. I think he's in Florida now.
Well, did we ever get a size on the building so we could
Yep.
get bids? Cause
Yep.
if it's our building and it's our land and it's our money, we should be getting the bids.
I've got it on my desk. You want it?
Yes, I
All
do.
right.
I'd like to see it. How many did you get?
I got a stack about that thing.
Okay, I'd like to look at it.
So I'll bring them down for you
Okay.
when you're in a good mood. Okay, planning commission.
Okay. we need to approve, the site plan for the drag strip. They're going to pass this down. They're moving, the proposed pole barn over to the corner of the property. That's what and I think there was gonna be 54 feet step back from the center of the road, so there was plenty of visibility there.
Where was that on here before?
It was
Feels up to the north of the current building, isn't it?
yeah, by the other over in the other one.
Oh, okay.
So
That's-
so what
Where's that?
what they're proposing is that moving that then they would not put the fence up where the building is. And
Building would act as a fence.
Yeah,
yes,
which makes sense.
How close to the road line can they put that?
Well, they're within setback.
Right.
On both sides. The problem is by having it up here, they were blocking the access to the track. So it was interfering with that, and then you've got the watershed that would flow into this building. So by bringing it here, they don't, this one's up, will act as a fence along the west side, and then they'll continue a fence on the south side, all the way to the end of the power on this side. So therefore, it doesn't interfere with driving in, driving out, and create blind spots. Full of traffic.
right, so we need to have a vote on that approval. The planning committee approved that. They're going to put the fence from the corner of the building and along the front there by the electrical poles still, but then they'll discontinue the fence on, let's see, that would be the west side of the property.
The fence would be the building.
Yeah,
How high was the building?
30 feet, Rob said.
No, tall. It was-
I don't know.
It's 18 feet sidewalls, but it'd be 30 feet 10 feet.
So it's a bigger fence.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Right,
So
so take a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
Moved and supported. Let's have a roll call vote, please.
Wanda,
Yes.
Cargill,
Yes,
Dykstra,
Yes,
yes, and Beering.
Yes, all right. Very good, thank you.
just one other note, need to make sure that when they do the obstacle course, you're staying 30 foot off from the east property line. Okay.
All right. Got anything about roads?
Well, there's a request from some people on Silver Lake about abandoning the stretch of road. From the state park west between the lake and it's just that little one lane gravel road there. The property owners,
Dunes Vista,
doing this, I can think of the name,
yeah.
but the property owners own both sides of that road through there. There are lots, they have a lot on one side and then part of a lot on another side of that road. And they would like to have that abandoned. And I spoke with the lady, well, I told her to get with the road commission. Road commission told her that they need to hear from you guys. And,
It would be a private road.
yeah, basically. And right now, it doesn't provide much access for anybody.
I
So
talked to
the-
Ed about it. Explain it to them.
So what I presume, I've heard about this subject, but what I presume that the road commission is looking for is whether or not the township board backs a potential application to abandon the road to the road commission. To my knowledge, is this in fact, I don't have it, is this a county road?
Yes.
Yeah, so the county road commission have to abandon, vacate, do whatever, and what is being asked of you is, what do you think about that? is essentially what's going on, but you don't have any power to abandon or vacate the road.
Is there a cost to do that, to file?
With the road commission.
There is, okay.
The road commission they will hold a public hearing on abandonment.
Okay.
So that anybody that's got an argument with it, will see that the folks that talk to all the property owners and they're all in favor of doing it. And the road, as long as they keep it open privately, it'll still provide access both sides for fire protection and things like that. But there's just a lot of unnecessary traffic through there because all it does is feed those cottages. There's no,
So it's.
it goes down one end, comes out at the other, so we're really need for it to be there.
So this
It
way
goes
they
like
can put
from
a
the state
sign,
park down to 22nd
Yeah.
Avenue, basically.
they can put a sign up and say private.
Yes.
Go for it.
I think, right?
Do we
We have to have a
just
motion.
have a motion saying that we,
We'll make a motion that we support the abandonment of that
The
road.
application.
I'll support.
Moved and supported. Let's have a roll call vote on it. Reeve, we've gotta have something to do.
So has all of the people there agreed with this? The people on the road?
They have to supply a petition to the road commission requesting the
And
abandonment.
she brought it in, and she's
she's
got
got a
all
petition
kinds of
with
signatures.
everybody
I didn't
named
check
on
it, but I'm assuming that she knows who her neighbors are,
Yes.
so.
We've petitioned everybody. Nobody got an eyelash. Doesn't work in the sun.
Okay, it is,
Let's just have a roll call vote on their motion.
No.
Okay, was,
Made by Doug,
Doug?
supported by,
State park's on one side, but it has no access to it.
and I think there's a
Dykstra,
fence through there too.
It's fenced off.
Yes.
That'll become
Cargill,
a war.
Yes,
Linda,
Yes.
I-team, yes,
They jump over.
and Fearing.
yes. Yep. All right. In your court now. All right, any questions from Barbie?
Barbie's not here,
Okay.
or I forgot to remind her.
You got anything?
We presented a ordinance to the sheriff. And then we moved it to our attorney. It's in the hands of our attorney at this point, dealing with some issues. And we'll get back to you.
All right, let us know what happens.
Mhm.
Very good, thank you. All right, under new business, we have something.
L4029.
Yeah, I can read that, but that doesn't. give me-
We're approving our tax rates, basically. So we're doing.
Oh, I got that.
Okay, so, we just need a approval. I'll make a motion that we approve this L4029.
Of course,
And you will support it, of course.
of course,
Okay.
There's basically no change in the tax rate.
there's
So
had the
I leave all
and
that.
stuff, but this is we're collecting the most that we're allowed to collect.
Unless you want to have more taxes.
No,
Okay,
If you do, then we have to go through a whole nother process.
no,
could I ask Rachel to please have a roll call vote on that?
I-team,
Yeah.
Cargill,
Yes,
Fearing. Sorry.
Yes.
I just- Dykstra,
yes,
Kalinda.
Yes.
All right. That was the easy one.
yeah,
Copy machines.
I looked at that information, I couldn't figure out anything.
I am so glad.
Well, we always complain that Rachel never sends us stuff, and we got a lot of
We
goodies.
got all those pages to read.
Rachel, if you could take the information and summarize it,
Translate that.
Put it in a
Okay.
spreadsheet.
put it in a
and
little spreadsheet and summarize it.
Which
I'll
ones?
summarize for you right now, is that all right?
Mm,
Give us
No,
a
no, no.
Well, I summarized it right here. You want to look
No,
I should have sent it to you, but I just was summarizing it yesterday. But,
Well, maybe we should just table it till we can get it.
so our lease
Sort it out.
ends in December, so we just need to. I'll send this to you and we'll look at it and review it for next time. How's that?
That sounds like a good deal.
That sounds good.
Okay.
You know, like,
Yep. All right,
That was easy.
under new business, did we solve this one already?
yes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
any other discussion on the board's part? We've got one here,
Two more things.
two more things.
Yeah,
Snowplow,
snowplow bid. We got a bid from Halleck, which we always do.
let's just go ahead and,
It's $126 total. It's 34 for the post office parking, 46 for the street parking, and 46 for the township hall. And I don't know if that's more or less than what they got last year, but
who's gonna do it?
The year before was just like $1 or $2 more. in
Yeah.
the spot.
I know it, and it wasn't that much difference, so.
All right, you wanna make the
That's per
motion?
push, right?
Pardon?
Per push.
Per plow, yeah, yeah. And then it's extra if we want sand and salt applied to the parking lot and the hall here.
Do you have a quote for sand and salt?
Huh?
Do you have a quote for
Yep.
sand and salt?
$36 per application and 38 for the hall.
And we can do that when needed.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't come every, set schedule.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll
I'll
make a motion that we approve that.
I'll second.
move and support it if we accept Alex.
Okay,
Roll call, please.
Dykstra.
Yep.
Belinda.
Yes.
Yes, Cargill
Yes.
and Fearing.
Yes. All right, you're on the table.
Yes, then I have a sample resolution that we can send in to the state, to the representatives and senators. Opposition to legislation to preempt local control for the siting and permitting of utility scale renewable facilities, including solar, wind, and large scale battery storage facilities. Whereas Executive Director 2010-10 proposes to achieve 100% carbon neutrality in the state by 2050. Whereas to meet the energy goals and to expand renewable energy projects in Michigan, Governor Whitmer has proposed the Michigan Public Service Commission be the sole authority for siting and permitting of utility scale renewable projects, allowing these projects to be expedited. Whereas by transporting the sole authority to the Michigan Public Service Commission, local authority will be preempted, and whereas a township would be unable to determine the number, location, size, setback requirements, site plan approval, fire protection and emergency plan, volume levels, construction traffic routes, decommissioning plan, or any other criteria for such solar, wind, or large-scale battery facilities. A township ordinance, rule, policy, or requirement currently in place for solar, wind, and large-scale solar facilities would be null and void. All other energy facilities regulated by the Michigan Public Service Commission must adhere to local zoning requirements, and the Michigan Townships Association opposes legislation that eliminates local government authority on the siting and permitting of said facilities that will be located in those communities for 20 to 50 years. Therefore, be it resolved that Golden Township opposes legislation that would preempt local control in the siting and permitting of large-scale renewable energy facilities, including solar, wind, and large-scale battery facilities.
Yeah, we could pipe dream all we want, but it's gonna be a nice bunch of lawyers in court deciding it.
Well, I think we need to support
Okay,
the issue.
I'll make a motion to support it.
I would second.
moved and supported. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Words of wisdom, Mr. McNeely.
I have none.
Darn. All right, anything else before the board? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming.